Hi everyone, today we're going to do factoring. We will factor sum and difference of two cubes, and this is the form x cubed plus or minus y cubed. First, let us review our special product when we multiply binomial times trinomial of this form. So x plus y times x squared minus xy plus y squared. The product is x cubed plus y cubed. Our product here is related to our binomial factor. It's like we take the first term of the binomial factor, put it here, and then put a power 3. And then the positive sign is copied here. The second term y is written here and then power 3. So let us analyze the trinomial factor. The first term of this trinomial factor is the square of x, and the x is actually the first term of our binomial factor. The y square is the square of y, and that y is the second term of our binomial factor. The middle term is the product of these two terms in the binomial factor, x times y. But on the pattern, we should write the opposite sign. So our special product here now is the sum of two cubes. Also, when we have the x minus y times x squared plus xy plus y squared, the answer is x cubed minus y cubed. And this is the difference of two perfect cubes. The pattern is the same. The binomial factor is related to our product. The first term x is placed on the product and with power 3, and then minus. Take note that our sign here is the same with our sign in our product, followed by the y is placed here and then with power 3. For the trinomial factor, the first term x squared comes when we square the first term x in here. The last term y squared comes from when we square the negative y. It will give us positive y squared. The middle term xy comes when we multiply the x times the negative y. We get a negative xy, but based on the pattern, we should write the opposite sign. So you see here in the middle, it is positive xy. For today's lesson, we will do the reverse process. The problem will come the sum of two cubes or the difference of two cubes, and you will be required to provide the factors of this form or of this form. How to factor sum or difference of two cubes? We are going to have these three steps. Step 1, write the terms as cubes. Step 2, use the sum or difference of cubes pattern. And the patterns are here. And step 3, simplify. Let us apply these steps to solve some problems. Let us have example 1. Factor x cubed plus 64. The steps are here. So we will apply the step 1 first. Write the terms as cubes. So x cubed here is now written as the cube of x, and then plus. The 64 is equal to the cube of 4. And then step 2, we're going to write the factors. In the factors, we expect a binomial times a trinomial. Let us write the binomial first. We will write the x, we will copy the positive sign, and we will copy the number 4. So our binomial is the x plus 4. For the trinomial, the first blank is the square of this x. So I write here the square of x. The last term is the square of the number 4, or the second term of the binomial. In the middle term, I am going to multiply the two terms here. So x times 4. But take note that we will use the opposite sign. So all the terms are now in place. We will just simply go to step 3 to simplify. I will copy the binomial, and then for the trinomial, I will simplify the square of x to be x squared. The middle term becomes negative 4x, and the 4 squared is now written as 16. So this is our final answer. Let's have example 2. Factor 8x cubed minus 27y cubed. Let us first write the terms as cubes. The 8x cubed is now the cube of 2x, and then minus. The 27y cubed is now the cube of 3y. Step 2, we will write the factors. Again, in the factors, we expect binomial times trinomial. Let us begin with a binomial. I will now copy the 2x, and then the negative sign is copied here, followed by the second term, and that is the 3y. So our binomial is 2x minus 3y. For the trinomial, the first blank is reserved for the square of 2x. The last term is reserved for the square of this negative 3y. Look at the middle term. I am going to multiply the 2x and the negative 3y here, but later we should write the opposite sign. If I multiply a positive by a negative number, of course the sign will be negative. But based on the pattern, I should write the opposite sign. So going to step 3, I will now simplify. First, I copy down here the binomial factor. For the first term, the square of 2x is now 4x squared. For the middle term, I multiply the 2x times the negative 3y. It will be negative 6xy, but I should write the opposite sign. So this is plus. The square of negative 3y is now positive 9y squared. So this is our final answer. Let's have example 3. Factor negative 2x cubed y squared minus 16y raised to 5. We can observe that the terms are not perfect cubes. But remember, let us check for greatest common factor. I observe that the GCF is the negative 2y squared. So when I factor out the GCF, the first term becomes x cubed. The second term becomes positive 8y cubed. And from here, we can now apply our steps in factoring sum of two cubes. Let us write the terms as cubes. So first I copied the GCF, negative 2y squared, and then the x cube is now written here as the cube of x. For the 8y cube is now the cube of 2y. Now let us go to step 2. Let us write the factors. We expect binomial times trinomial. So in our binomial, let us now write the x followed by the positive sign followed by the 2y. So our binomial is x plus 2y. For the trinomial, the first term is the square of x. The last term is the square of this 2y. The middle term is the product of the two terms of the binomial factor, but we should write the opposite sign. So all the terms are now in place. We will now simplify. I copied first the GCF followed by the binomial factor. Let us simplify now our trinomial factor. The first term is now x squared. The middle term is now negative 2xy. And then plus the square of 2y is now 4y squared. So this is our final answer. I hope you learned something from this video. See you again next time.